Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at VeChain or VET. So we see a 3.95% increase in the last 24 hours, which is a pretty substantial increase compared to the rest of the market. The rest of the market's looking about at a 1.09% increase in the last 24 hours, and we are continuing to see VeChain do very, very well. We've seen VeChain continue to do very, very well with a 4.83% increase now in the last 24 hours, pushing closer and closer to that 14-cent mark. $8.5 billion is the current market cap on VeChain. I do think that's going to continue to rise, obviously, with more and more volume coming in. We are closer and closer to that $1 billion volume in the last 24 hours. VeChain does have a lot of different crypto kind of news today, as well as information that we're going to deep dive into, and then we will be doing price predictions like usual for June, July, and 2021 at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. VeChain is a cryptocurrency and smart contracts platform focused on supply chain management. It allows manufacturers to add sensors such as RFID tags to their products that can then record data onto the VeChain blockchain. So that's just a quick about for you guys. But if we take a look at the last week, VeChain has, like I said, an insane recovery for VeChain, a 34% increase. If we take a look at the last month, this is where we still see that 36% increase, even with a 34% increase in the last week. So we are in the right direction. We're going in the right direction. We're trending in the right direction upwards, obviously, and but anytime you have that large of a dip or large of a crash, you are going to have multiple weeks of recovery to really get yourself out of there. And that's exactly what I think is going to be taking place with VeChain as well as so many other altcoins. In the upcoming months ahead, I do expect us to still be in this accumulation period where it's going to be a slow but steady increase for the most part, for the most of June for sure. And I do think, about half of July at the very least, we are going to have this slow but steady increase, sideways / uptrend, hopefully continuing on and getting our way back to about 20 cents. But we will be talking about specific price points at the end of the video. Do remember, they're always very conservative, realistic price predictions, so they should mean, a little bit more to you guys. I will say, though, looking at some of the big news and really speculation coming in today, there's a lot of possibilities for VeChain in the future, and most of you guys know that. There's a reason you guys are invested. And what I'll say, guys, is if you guys enjoy VeChain, if you guys are holding VeChain or you want to learn more about altcoins, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video as we talk about VeChain as well as so many other altcoins daily on the channel. So first off, we see VeChain in Norwegian Energy and Environment Consortium. We see the NEEC is addressing some of China's greatest challenges in the energy and environment sectors, such as water treatment and clean energy. Innovation, Norway, plus DNV, plus carbon capture. Obviously, a lot of people would love to kind of get this speculation and idea of VeChain maybe coming. If it is, that would be absolutely huge. But Eisenrich always does a great job. If you guys aren't following him on Twitter, does a great job at finding this kind of information and giving us some more speculation to look at. I definitely think it's worth looking into at the very least. I think this would be huge, and there's so much speculation out there because VeChain covers so many different industries. It covers so many different possibilities, and that's just another positive of VeChain. So many really potential possibilities and opportunities out there for VeChain in the future, and that just shows how much, how big really VeChain could actually get. Jumping into the next one, we see VeChain and Reese project. Reese shared a video about its initiative in Jakarta as really how it's helped locals and environment as I guess the environment itself kind of thrive, and that's the VeChain for blockchain for the good, and that's exactly what VeChain is. For the most part, VeChain is just all about helping people do things easier and better, and that's exactly what you see here with the Reese project. We've talked about this project quite a bit on the channel as well, so we won't deep dive too much into this one, but like I said, good things are happening and people are continuing to see the really impact that VeChain has on a couple of these industries. Next, we have the VeChain, or I guess the VeChain ETH killer. It talks about most likely China is already working on their digital yuan with VeChain. China cultivates their own, and VeChain is the biggest blockchain by far within China. They have all the ends. So, this is definitely true. And, Cryptos RS actually said this. And we are seeing, that VeChain does have all the ends. They obviously have talked with the governments over there in China. We've talked about that as well. Some of those big partnerships and collaborations, and they talked about transformative collaborations actually with the government themselves. I do expect VeChain to continue to do very, very well. We talked about it when China actually banned cryptocurrencies for the, seventh time. VeChain was one of the two cryptocurrencies that was actually still allowed to continue operating, obviously, over there in China, are definitely accepted. A lot of people understand that, VeChain has the ends with China as well as so many other companies at this point. And I think, I guess not other companies, but so many other countries and companies. So we are continuing to see VeChain, like I said, very, very bullish. I'm very, very bullish on VeChain. I think we're going to continue to see very big things coming in June, July, and as well as obviously the end of the bull market 2021. I do want to take a look at one more thing. It's going to be the Oh Baby tracking IVF progress on the blockchain. So VeChain has partnered with top Shanghai-based Renji Hospital to launch My Baby, a blockchain-based service that tracks IVF progress. If you go down here, you can learn more about, really what it does. We're not going to deep dive too much into this because we've talked about it quite a bit on the channel as well. But I just wanted to really kind of cover this again because this was a big deal. Obviously, anytime something like this does come about, any kind of big partnership, any kind of big service like this, it's definitely worth talking about. And I wanted to mention it yet again because, like I said, big potential behind it. I do want to talk about one more thing, and that's the VeChain.com website itself. If you guys don't know, I am not a financial advisor, so always do your own research. One of the best ways to do that is go to VeChain.com, learn more about what the coin itself offers and does. Obviously, you can see some of the solutions here, some massive solutions in the industries. And we see the digital carbon ecosystem solution, consumer confidence index platform, automotive passport solution. We have the retail solution, logistics solution, liquefied natural gas solution. We also have the digital content distribution solution, electronic document deposit solution, and the agriculture solution. So we are going to jump back into our price chart now and give you guys price predictions for June, July, and 2021. I do accept, I actually said this in my last couple of videos. On all altcoins, we are pretty much seeing accumulation periods. VeChain's not an exception. We are seeing a 4.74% increase in the last 24 hours, which is definitely a great recovery rate. We're continuing to see VeChain outperform a lot of coins in the last 24 hours at the very, very least. I do think VeChain is going to continue to do very, very well. By the end of June, I do expect us to see maybe a 15 to 18 cent price point on VeChain at the very, very least. If we could stabilize between 15 and 20 cents realistically, that would be a very, very solid price for us by the end of June. By the end of July, I do think we're going to still be in this accumulation FUD / manipulation phase for about, the first half of July at the very least. I think July is going to be an interesting month because that's the month I think we are going to have a breakout for some altcoins and some cryptocurrencies in general. And I think, VeChain is definitely one of those coins that could break out and see its all-time high and push past that 28 cent or I guess 27.82 cents as an all-time high. I really do think we are going to push right around that, I would say 27 to 32 cent price range. Do remember, guys, I always do some TA, technical analysis, obviously, before the video. But I also want to say, guys, a lot of it comes down to FUD, manipulation, or even some big information and news that takes place. So that's the biggest reason we talk about news every single time we talk about a video. You can do all the technical analysis you want, but if there's a big new announcement, let's say Theta mainnet is delayed. Obviously, that's going to impact the technical analysis, and the technical analysis is going to be incorrect. Obviously, your predictions, I guess, according to that technical analysis. So technical analysis is definitely important. Just remember, it's not all it takes to predict really the future of some of these coins. So VeChain by the end of the year, by the end of 2021, I guess, or you could realistically say by the end of the bull market, we could easily see VeChain still pushing around $1 to $3. I think $1 to $2 is more realistic. So I'm going to stick around that $1 to $2 price range by the end of the year or by the end of the bull market. I'm still very, very bullish on VeChain. I think we're going to have a great year still ahead. So thank you for tuning in. Make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video to stay up to date with VeChain as well as so many other altcoins. I'll see you guys all in the next one.